Hello and welcome back to another video here with me, Meoni, for Final Fantasy XIV. Today we're looking at some Final Fantasy XIV news, and specifically about a brand new glamour set coming to Korea. Now you might be thinking, why would this be interesting for me playing in the West or wherever you are in the world right now watching this video? Well, it's because usually these sets will get ported over into Moogle Station purchases on the Western side, and this is very likely, in my personal opinion. I would stake a fairly large bet on this one. I'm not sure what I would bet, but I would claim a bet on this one. So Korea is getting Endwalker as a release on May the 10th. In preparation for that, they've got some goodies, including this particular outfit. As you can see here, it was unveiled, and this is what it looks like. So this is Moogle Streetwear, I'm to believe. If the title is anything to go by. You'll see why it's called Moogle Streetwear in a moment when we look at the back image. But as you can see, they're demonstrating here on what appears to be a higher male and a Makote female here with these very chunky boots, sort of like space boots. And then we've got these cargo bottoms here with what appears to be keys or something on here and chains. And then we have jackets, which this looks like the Animos jacket. The Eureka jacket, personally, or the Gayuki leather jacket. That's the first initial thing that looks like. I mean, this is concept, so it'll probably look different in the game, but it is, of course, up to just above the belly button height. This should mean, if we do get this, that the Quaintrell's ruffled skirt should work with this, because as we know before, the way that Quaintrell's works is that anything that's below that goes below the belly button of your character usually doesn't work and clips out and it goes invisible. So that's my first guess, a bit of a preemptive guess, but I would imagine that this jacket would go with the Quaintrell's because of where it finishes. It's quite a high thing, quite trendy thing. You've got a chocobo on a necklace. On the male version, it looks to be the same. Apparently there is something to do with gender locking not be a thing on this, so you might be able to get the male version as well, although I'm not sure if I've read that translation correctly. Someone in the comment section can obviously tell the real facts and will pin that comment, so preemptively thank you for people who know Korean. I do not, unfortunately. I don't pretend to know, but there was something about not being gender locked, but I need to clarify that, as I say. But yeah, the male version is a much longer sort of coat. We have an undercoat there as well with a much longer necklace. This is streetwear. Yeah, you've got a cap as well. I don't know why the female character doesn't have the backwards cap. Very trendy. A lot of people have been wondering recently how far they will go with inspirations of real world glamour in the actual game. And people often bring up immersion as a complaint. Me personally, we've got flying cars, flying birds, motorbikes, overalls, all sorts of things. You know, a game full of magic and cars and things that cross different dimensions. So I don't see the logic in moaning about immersion personally. This might not be my personal cup of tea as a glamour, but I can see a lot of people liking this. This then is the back image, which is what makes it Moogle Streetwear. Of course, this is just still concept imagery. As you can see here, there is a Moogle with a cap on backwards with some what looks like aviators. Does that say Moogle or something? Moogle and Chocobo. Oh, right, Moogle and Chocobo. So this is like are Moogle and Chocobo now like a new rap team? I could imagine them being like a rap artists, like Moogle and Chocobo's latest hits. And there's a nice little star there. This is nice, actually, how this just drapes on the back. Quite trendy on the back of the jeans there, or cargo pants. Yeah, it's different, isn't it? And also the back of the cap has, at least on the concept imagery, this like bandana thing, right? I don't know what they're called. I'm not very streetwise. I'll be perfectly honest with you. It's not something I'm familiar with. It's different, isn't it? Different is usually quite good. As much as I'd like to see a million different types of robes, it would get very boring, and we've already got a lot of that. So I personally like this just because of that difference. I don't like it as an actual item, I would probably not use it myself. I just like the idea of seeing something new. Also, can we point out this here with the studded belt, the studded tail belt, or whatever this is? So the tail just comes out the back of the Makote, and it's got like a studded like tail slot. That's really cool. Hopefully that makes it into the in-game version as well. And I would imagine that the other races wouldn't have that, unless maybe for Aura and other races with tails. But yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? So what do you think about this? Let me know below. But yeah, it's very likely that we'll see this on the EU and North American and Japanese version of the game sometime in the future, probably after May. I wouldn't be surprised if they had like actually launched this sometime in time for the summer. Yeah, as like a Mog Station purchase. There's going to be a lot of demand for this, I believe. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. More news and more videos like this coming soon, and I'll see you all next time. Have a good one.